Hey, what's up guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, I've got more updates to share with you guys. You guys are going to see a gigantic, some sort of a, almost reminds me of a giant thunderbird. You guys ever hear of a giant thunderbird? Where you're going to see something that looks like a giant thunderbird flying very slowly behind a bank of clouds in southern Illinois. Also got a sky cube. Our friend Junebug shared an image the other day of a sky cube. She sent me the photos of what she saw. We're going to take a look at that. And people literally stopped in their tracks and got out of their cars in some cases and were looking up at the sky at this highly unusual object in the daytime sky. Anybody else seeing this right here? We're going to start off real quick over in Southern California. Our friend Dawn. Hey, what's up, everybody? Good to see you. What's up, Reno Gal? Star family members in the house. Anybody else's plants or trees noticing, you guys noticing any burn marks on your plants? She's got this plant here she's had in her window for years, and it faces south, or the western southwest sky. And this is the first time she's ever noticed it with the burnt ends like that. I mean, those things are burnt to a crisp. Unbelievable. I showed a picture like that the other day of some leaves up in, I believe it was Fall River, Massachusetts. The gentleman had some leaves that were just very heavily scorched. Unbelievable. Watching from Texas. What's going on? Sunny days. Hello, Michael. What's going on, guys? I'm going to show you guys something that looks like a giant thunderbird here in this video. Absolutely very cool stuff we're going to look at. Also have a sky cube. Let's just get right to it, guys. We're not going to mess around. Those of you that are here early must have got updated. Did you guys get updated that I went live, or did you just happen to run across the channel? Yes, UBC, Michael, trace amounts of UBC. Thank you, Ponch. I've got some, I was working on some of your pictures this morning, Ponch. Thank you, buddy. Good afternoon. The signs are telling. Oh, thank you, Seth. Okay, guys, just curious because I have people that have been longtime subscribers that never get notified. So I'm just curious, that's all. Coming in like a hurricane. You're right, Rick. We do have something coming in like a hurricane. I'm in San Diego, checked all my plants, and they look okay. Good. Thank you, John. Just curious. What's up, Reno Gal? I caught it right on my screen. I was playing a game. Oh, cool. Thanks. Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. Strange cube. All right, check this out. Junebug shared... And she left a comment. And Junebug might be in here today. Hey, AZ Watchwoman, the very first Star Family member, by the way, is in the house. AZ Watchwoman. Hey, what's up there? Is that a 7? Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Starting off in Indianapolis, Indiana. Jason, just a few days ago, looked up and saw a weird-looking cube in the daytime sky. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Let me pause it right there. There it is. It wasn't a drone, wasn't an airplane, wasn't a helicopter. Guys, I get stuff like this all the time. And I'm just sharing a little bit of it with you today. And this is just one of the examples of things that I get. I get circles, I get squares, I get rectangles. You wouldn't believe some of the things that our fellow Earthlings are seeing in the skies of Earth. I zoomed in on this, adjusted the lighting and color, and he said it was just kind of slowly tumbling through the sky. I don't know. I've never seen a cube in the daytime sky, but he obviously did. And then this was spotted by our friend Junebug. And Junebug, if you're in here, this is what she shared with me. This is an image from the Solar Dynamics Observatory. I've been following this since 2009, since it was launched in space. That's how long it's been up there. There's the email. It's working fine. She noticed this on one of the images that, I don't even know what date it was taken here recently. And she was kind of taken back by this cube. I don't know if this was literally there or if it was some sort of a digital artifact. So either way, I told her I would take a look at it and share it with you guys and see if you've maybe seen things like this. Typically, I will say this. When I've seen digital artifacts on here, and I've seen plenty. I've been following this instrument for 16 years. So I've seen a lot of the different things. Usually the artifacts they're linear or horizontal. This is kind of at an angle. So it kind of goes against the grain, if you will. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe it was something that was there. I've never seen anything specifically like that. And I'm a long time user of the SDO. Again, I've been using this since it was launched. Its conception in 2009. So this is something it is interesting, and it coincides with the weird cube that our friend saw from Indianapolis. Whether this was literally there, I can't honestly say, but I will say, see how it's kind of at a slight angle? Everything I've ever seen on here that was a digital artifact was perfectly straight, or straight across, or perfectly vertical. That was sent in by our friend Junebug. Thank you, Junebug. Really appreciate that. Hurricane update real quick, guys. Usually when I do these, hold on just a second. Where are we at? 508. I'm just curious. Oh, make sure you like the video, guys. I'm not trying to win a popularity contest. I'm just trying to push the video out there a little bit farther. That's all. So make sure, if you have to X out of the chat just for a second, hit that like button, and it sends the video out there further. Here we go. Those of you that are living in the Gulf coastal areas, Florida, you're still in the realm of possibility with this thing. We could be looking at Fernand. We'll just have to wait and see. Aaron, the hurricane in the Atlantic, is going to stay off the coast. This one here is showing up on multiple apps, and here we go. It did from yesterday. I did a report on this, and as I promised, I told you guys I'd stay on top of these hurricanes, and I'm in it, and I will. It's something that I've always done. I just haven't always shared them with you guys. But here we go. It did move to the south. Look where it's headed now. Again, this is a forecast, a long-range forecast. It will change again some. Then again, it may not. You just never know. But this is heavily saturated. The orange and yellow colors, that's very telling of a super saturated event. So, in fact, there's some areas right there that are purple. That's over 20 inches. And I remember seeing that many years ago, and I looked at it, and I looked at it twice, and I'm like, there's no way. Oh, yes, way. It can happen. So anyway, that right there, if that were to happen today, right now, that would be a Category 4, very large, wet storm right there, if that were to happen today. That's not happening today, but this could happen. This is there's two models that are suggesting this. There's number one, basically going right into the Houston, Texas area, super soaked as a Category 4. Here's another model that's also suggesting a Houston, Texas event around the 27th. Look at that. That is heavily, heavily wet. Now, this one here is showing a more of a Florida landfall. So either way, there's more than likely going to be another hurricane headed towards the Florida area, the Texas area, maybe Louisiana in the next, 10 to 12 days. Again, we'll have to wait and see, but we're keeping a real close eye on that, guys. And it's not going to sneak up on you. If it starts to get in the neighborhood, you guys will be the first to know. We're already talking about it, and it hasn't even formed yet. So maybe it won't form. We'll just have to wait and see. Going to take you guys now to Mattoon, Illinois. You ever hear of that? This is some exceptional footage. Check this out. Video taken by Amber. It was a cloudy day, but she noticed some unusual movement up above the clouds. Watch what emerges from behind the clouds here. I mean, this is either the biggest airplane in the world or it's something else. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. I think it's at least an object for sure. It's not a cloud. It's moving way too fast. It's going to show up here in just a second. Watch. This is a trip. We're going to zoom in on the first segment. Here we go. Notice it right here. Here it comes. All right, here we go. You ready? This thing is big. So I had to adjust the lighting and things like that. It's right there in the center. I know it's a little hard to see, but I'm going to make it really easy for you guys to see right there. This segment here, you can see it pretty good. They get better and better and better as we go, right there. See what looks like something gliding up above the clouds? What was that? Now I modify it even more. I don't modify or alter the video. I just enhance it so we can see it better, so you can see it better. Here we go. This was quite an ordeal here. You can see it. Let me brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, I got it as bright as it'll go. See it there? Just cruising behind the clouds. It was using the clouds as cloud cover. It was trying to hide right there in the center of the screen. I'm going to zoom in. It's going to be a lot more visible. I just kind of went in gradually because I got to be honest, it was a little difficult to extract trying to pull something out behind the clouds, but it was doable. I had to dig deep into the tool bag. Right there it is. And again, it's moving faster than the clouds. So it's not a cloud. There it is right there. See it? Man, that thing was big. Right there. Here it comes again. This is a different format. This one here turned out actually, I think, one of the better ones right there. Right there by my mouse. Something just kind of, right there. There it goes. There it goes. Here it comes again. Here's another view. Something flying up there behind the clouds. 9 out of 10 people wouldn't have seen that. I'm surprised that she saw it. Here we go. This will pull it forward. Check it out. Was this a giant thunderbird? Only reason it came out to play is because it was a cloudy day. There it goes right there. I had to use multiple formats over and over and over. Here we go again. Now you can see it. There it is. Sometimes, like right here, I'll put that in fast forward. You can see it better. See it? There you go. That's above the clouds. That is not a cloud or a little section of cloud. That was something flying up above the clouds that wasn't supposed to be seen. Amber just happened to see it. Right there it is. That's why she filmed the sky. This was above Mattoon, Illinois. Here we go. We zoomed in as close as we could get and still maintain some sort of clarity. There was one behind it too, right here. A smaller one. So it was as if there were two. There's one right there. Again, moving way too fast to be a cloud. In fact, the clouds were moving or stationary in one general direction. This was moving in the opposite direction, whatever it was. Whatever it was big. I don't think it was supposed to be seen. What an unusual video out of, right there was another view of the smaller one. So there were two things up in the clouds. There's the first one. Just kind of sneaking around in broad daylight. Here we go. So cool video by Amber out of Mattoon, Illinois. Mattoon, Illinois is in, I believe, southeastern Illinois. I think I've been there once when I was young. Actually, I was still in high school. We went there for I believe it was a track meet event down in Mattoon, Illinois. Check this out, guys. People, this was spotted in the sky above Oregon. Are you serious right now? People literally stopped what they were doing, started taking pictures of the sky. They had never seen anything like this. He described it as a literal gigantic arrow in the sky. Yeah, so this banner here didn't need an arrow put on it. It already came with an arrow that was in the sky. The photo here taken by Tony. Other people over there at the gas station saw it too. They looked up and started taking pictures of the massive flaming arrow. At times it looked bright orange because the sun was setting off in the distance. Are you serious right now? You can't make this stuff up. A giant arrow in the sky above Oregon City, Oregon. How did that happen? Unbelievable. Here it is slightly modified. Just kind of played with the lighting a little bit to pull it forward in a different format. And there it is. When he sent that to me, I looked and I looked again. I'm like, you know, I've seen a lot of things in my day. I've analyzed thousands, probably tens of thousands of pictures. I've never seen a giant arrow like that in the sky. Illy Got Beats took a video of the moon here recently, zoomed in probably through some atmospheric interference with regard to wildfire smoke, quite possibly Sahara sand, and that gives the moon a red appearance. The moon was not literally red, it just looked red. And Illy zoomed in very, very tight on the moon, and I thought that was very, very cool. You don't see that every day, unless there's some sort of an eclipse underway, and then sometimes it'll turn maybe a red, or it's usually orange. Most of the eclipses that I've seen were like a dark orange. But yeah, that's a cool video. I'm not sure of the location, but that's our moon. We only see one side of our moon, coincidentally, you know. We've never seen the other side of the moon. Isn't that amazing how that moon just doesn't veer off of its course 1 centimeter? 1 centimeter, not one. Look at the split sky phenomena. Who sent this in here? Split sky. Oh yeah, it didn't have a name, but they sent in this cool video, nevertheless, of the sky, one side bright orange and the other side had absolutely no light whatsoever. Look at that. Sometimes that's created by a mountaintop, believe it or not. Bakersfield, California. I don't know how to explain this. Becca sent this photo in. I zoomed in on the right, the original vertical photos on the left. And, you know, during wildfires and things like that, as I'd mentioned before, and even for the Sahara sand, even though it's nasty and all that, it does create some pretty cool sunrises and sunsets. Well, this is I believe a sunset from Bakersfield. And look at this. She was like, is that a finger in front of the sun? I'm like, no, it's not a finger. But how is the cloud making a perfect stripe at that far of a distance in front of the sun? I found that interesting too. Again, I've seen a lot of photos of the sun behind wildfire smoke and Sahara sand. Never seen one quite like that. I mean, it just keeps getting weirder and weirder by the day. Cindy took this little video footage of the almost look like iridescent clouds on top of the clouds. See how they're glowing, look like a big ship sitting up there glowing these different colors of blue and light green, light purple, and almost pink, I think, in some places. That's what actually compelled her to take the video. Desiree Barber out of Manhattan, New York sent in this photo. Got a lot going on here. Obviously have the sun directly overhead. And then what really compelled her to take the photo was the stripe in the sky, not the line, the dark stripe in the background. See that? Isn't that wild? She couldn't figure out what caused that. And I remember a few years back, we noticed a big stripe that went for thousands of miles, covering both hemispheres. And we actually found it on Google Earth as well. And the crew over at Ancient Aliens, they were very interested in that long stripe that was spotted in the sky. And it was also confirmed on the ground by a couple of people off the East Coast in the North Carolina area. They got video footage of a very large stripe in the sky. This one here is more of a shadow, but it reminds me of the stripe that was actually used in an episode of Ancient Aliens, I believe, back in the day. I believe back in 2019, 2020. Speaking of Ancient Aliens, there's a new season starting here in just a few weeks, guys. So make sure you tune in for that. It's over on the History Channel. Ancient Aliens season, I believe, 17 or 18. And I'll be in that season. Myself and Travis will be analyzing some video footage, some really wild video footage. So make sure you tune in for that. Looking at the Ghost X-Ray Flux, all quiet the last 72 hours. Schumann Resonance been rocking and rolling for the last 72 hours, at least the second half of the day, right? And it's doing it again today. So you can see the frequency starting to pick up. More spam calls. Can you believe it? Look. And it's what, Saturday? It's Saturday, right? Yeah, it's Saturday. It just doesn't stop. Spam after spam after spam. If I'm not getting a spam phone call, I'm getting a spam email or a spam text. I have never seen anything like it. Makes me want to just get rid of my phone. And I'm not playing. I don't play. And once I make up my mind I'm going to get rid of it, it's gone. So keep it up, y'all. It ain't happening. Over here, looking at the Sahara sand, like Aaron has carved a path through there. Aaron's turning into a strong storm coming over here to Venta Sky. I think right now it's a category 3. I think it's our first major storm of the year. Here's a look at the Sahara sand. And you can see there was a little break in the sand, and that allowed this hurricane to form. And there's going to be one potentially formed behind it. And that storm could make its way into the Gulf. It could make a landfall in yesterday it showed Louisiana. Today it's showing Texas, and that's what I meant by things could go south real quick. It did go south, and it's moved south into the Texas area right now. It's going to move back and forth over the next few days, but if you're in the Texas area right now, be on high alert because there could be a super soaker. If this thing does materialize like they're anticipating, this thing could bring a lot of rain with it. So again, just an early heads up, guys. Be prepared. There might be a big storm coming. Here's the interstellar traveler getting closer and closer to Mars every single day. It's getting closer and closer to perihelion, to the sun, and we still don't see a tail on this thing. We analyzed it yesterday. I'll share a new analysis tomorrow. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. I got to hop off here. I can see this live stream didn't go anywhere anyway, so that's all I got. Cool arrows in the sky. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I really do. It's a Cat 5. Oh, is it a Cat 5? Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's go look. Let's refresh it. What's today? 16? Is it really a Cat 5? I don't think it's a Cat 5 yet. I think it has the potential to be a Category 5, but we showed that yesterday. One of the wind gusts, the top wind gusts were at 159. Whoa, holy cow. Yeah, that's a Category 5. You are correct. Magalina Masso. What's up, Mags, here in Chiefland, Florida. Thank you. Mags, I got your email. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Reno Gal, thank you. I responded to your email. Yeah, I've seen the ISS live feed do that for many, many years. If that's what you were talking about, if I misunderstood you, I apologize. But yeah, it always turns off and on throughout the day. In fact, it does it maybe a couple of times an hour. I don't know why it does that, but yeah, look at this. Are you serious right now? Is that accurate? We'll have to wait and see. That would be on the 18th. Look at those numbers. The 18th at 11 p.m. showing wind gusts, top wind gusts of 177 miles an hour, potentially. So we'll have to wait and see if that materializes. In just over 48 hours, this thing could have winds of 177 miles an hour. That's going to, if that does happen, guys, thankfully it's not going to make landfall, but it will stir up the tides along the coast at the very least. So if you have boats anchored along the east coast of the United States, you might want to, make sure they're snug because the waves could get very choppy this next week. If that thing, what? Look at that. Nah, 182 mile an hour wind gusts? Whoa. Thankfully, that's not making a landfall. Listen, guys, I got to hop off here. I actually do have a birthday party to go to this afternoon, so that's why the live stream's a little early. And usually when I go early, it doesn't get out there too far. But I appreciate everybody that stopped by. I really do. And we're keeping a very close eye on both of these storms. One right now and one to follow could be, I think it's Fernand. Let's double check and see. It is possibly Fernand. Yes, this one is obviously Aaron. Fernand. It could be Fernand or Gabrielle if one forms in between. So we'll have to wait and see. Listen, guys, I got to hop off here. I got to run. Thanks for watching. Have a super day. And as always, be safe out there.